What's up, guys? It's Dakota from S&D Entertainment, and I'm here to talk about the new Modern Masters 2017 spoilers. Today, when I'm recording this video, it is March 1st, and we're 3 days into spoiler season. The set looks fantastic as far as what cards have been spoiled. As you guys can see up here, I have some of the mythics already brought up. Linvala, Keeper of Silence, Snapcaster Mage, and probably most importantly, Liliana the Veil getting reprinted, along with Past in Flames, Craterhoof Behemoth, Entreat the Angels, Temporal Mastery, Grizzlebrand, and Bonfire, as some of the mythic rares already spoiled in this set. As I'm recording this, and it hasn't been posted on, I'm using the Mythic Spoiler website. I'll link the address in the description, but Tarmogoyf has also been spoiled as one of the green mythics, or the other green mythic in the set. So as far as what we have for our mythics and stuff, basically replace Thragtusk with Tarmogoyf, and those are our mythics for the set. As far as the mythics and everything, I think they did a very good job of it. I mean, Craterhoof is $30+, Tarmogoyf is still 100+, Liliana gets close to 100. Past in Flames and Bonfire aren't really all that expensive, but keep in mind that Modern Masters is a set where they do reprint stuff that's needed for Modern, but also as well they need to keep in mind that it is also a draft set. So that's kind of why these cards, like some of them, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would they reprint Bonfire, Craterhoof? Craterhoof's not even really played. Bonfire's not really played. You don't see Entreat the Angels in Modern that much, and maybe in some fringe decks, but it's mostly like a legacy card. But and even Linvala to an extent, and then Grizzlebrand and some of the decks that just want to cheat him out. But all in all, as far as being a draft set and also printing cards for Modern, this set's looking really great. I mean, also you go down even farther, Pyromancer's Ascension, the big ones like Goblin Guide, Death's Shadow, Phantasmal Image, Restoration Angel, and then even some of the uncommons. Damnation being a card that everyone's been wanting reprinted. Molten Rain, a really solid at uncommon. Stony Silence, probably one of the best sideboard cards to have in Modern, at least against Affinity and other artifact-based decks. Harmonize, Might of Old Krosa, Infect. I know that's not really doing all that well, but I mean, it's still a well-needed reprint as far as those decks are concerned. It makes it a little bit easier to play. Goblin Guide, obviously a staple in Burn. Death's Shadow, quote unquote, one of the best decks in Modern. As we keep going here, you see that there's some of the commons and uncommons leaked. Inquisition getting reprinted at uncommon after being printed at rare in Conspiracy. Goblin Assault, really looking like there could be a really good Goblin theme tribal deck that could come out of as far as drafting. Path to Exile, probably one of the best removal spells in Modern. Keep going down. Some of the other mythics that have been spoiled, as far as like multicolors and stuff, Sphinx's Revelation and Domri Raid. I don't expect there to be any more Planeswalkers and stuff spoiled, but these are pretty decent. I mean, you don't see Sphinx's Revelation or Domri Raid a lot in Modern, but probably for a lot of the cases of these cards, a lot of them were reprinted because they're played in Legacy, or maybe, or not in Legacy, in Commander. They're just really, really solid cards. I mean, like Sphinx's Revelation, All-Star in Commander, Domri Raid, another really good Commander card. Abrupt Decay, huge in Modern as well as Legacy. Falconwrath Aristocrat and Zur Enchanter. Again, Zur's probably more of an EDH card. Falconwrath Aristocrat is kind of like an iffy card, I guess, because I wouldn't say that it's really played in Modern a whole lot. At least I don't see it, but it's nonetheless, it's still a really good card. Yeah, that's all I gotta say for it. Some other cards being reprinted. Grafdigger's Cage getting reprinted at rare. I think that was up to like $10. Really solid card against all the Collected Company decks. I believe the new Breaking and Entering decks trying to use the Fuse or the expertise and brain in the jar. Super good against them. Basilisk Collar being reprinted. I know that was pretty expensive. And probably what I would argue is probably the most important reprints besides the Liliana of the Veil and Snapcaster Mage, the Zendikar fetch lands. These are for anywhere between like $30 to $40 to like $80. I know Scalding Tarn's like $80. Misty Rainforest is like around 40 or 50. Verdant Catacombs 50, 60. Arid Mesa, Marsh Flats. I know Arid Mesa is still up there with like Scalding Tarn and Verdant. And Marsh Flats being the cheapest, still more expensive than any of the other 5 cheaper Zendikar and I can't remember the name of the set they were originally printed in, but still more expensive than like Polluted Delta, Flooded Strand, and all those fetches. And then the lands at Uncommon, you have the Shards of Alara Tri-lands, and then you also have the Guild Gates being reprinted. So as far as what's been spoiled so far with the set, I'm going to go back up to these mythic rares and stuff up here. As far as what's been spoiled and what's going to be printed, I think the set's going to be amazing to play. It's going to do wonders for the modern format, considering I know a lot of people like to play Jund, and Jund had a lot of stuff reprinted in Terminate, Liliana of the Veil. They also have Abrupt Decay reprinted, and Tarmogoyf being reprinted. Even though I don't see Goyf being super cheap, it's still going to be probably going to be a lot cheaper than the other 3 iterations of it. As far as drafting this set, I think it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. It's going to be just insane. I know that I'm looking forward to playing with these cards, drafting it. It just looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I really hope that it is a lot of fun, because I'm just super excited. I know I need a Crater Hoof for my EDH deck, and I just really this makes me want to play a lot of Modern, makes me want to experiment with the format and everything. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions or anything, or any thoughts about the set, let me know in the comments of the video. I'm gonna end it off here. If there's any other like notable spoilers that end up getting spoiled, I'll make an update video to carry on from this. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there, considering the bulk of what people are going to be looking for were going to be spoiled within the first few days, and I wanted to make sure that most of them got spoiled and everything before I went and just made a video. You know, if I would have waited, or if I would have done this like a few hours sooner, we wouldn't have gotten Liliana of the Veil was hinted at, and Tarmogoyf wasn't even thought of to be in the set, since Liliana of the Veil was going to be reprinted. I know a lot of people were talking about Tarmogoyf not even being printed because of Liliana of the Veil, and because Wizards said they were going to go back to Ravnica, or I guess more specifically Return to Ravnica block, and the Avacyn Restored block, or Innistrad block, I guess. So let me know what you guys think in the comments of what's been spoiled so far. Possible archetypes in the format as far as drafting, possible price changes, like how hard are things actually going to get hit. But that's going to do it for me. My name is Dakota, and I'll see you guys in the next video.